Hello, my name's Andrew.
Hi, I'm Alex in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, Lee here.
Hi, my name's Vincent. Prefer to be called Vinny, actually.
Hi there, my name's Matt. I am a vapor.
Hiya, Chris again.
My name's Paul, and I'm a vapor.
Hi, my name's Andy, and I use electronic cigarettes.
Hi, my name's Lorian.
I've been vaping for 2 years now.
I'm here to tell you my story.
Hi, my name's Paul. I'm 32 years old, and basically I just wanted to tell you my story about finding e-cigs.
How did I start vaping? I started vaping just over a year ago now.
Christmas 2008, I had the 7th of a string of heart attacks. The 7th nearly killed me.
I no longer live in England. I left there when I was 19, but I think it's important for people everywhere to add their voice to this debate.
In 2011, I bought an electronic cigarette.
And haven't looked back since. That was the 20th of November last year, and the day they arrived I set it all up and I went out in the garden and had a couple of drags and it worked just fine. I didn't have crazy things, I didn't have psychotic episodes. The second that I came in from the garden, I gathered up all of my smoking stuff and I threw it in the bin.
Initially, it was a novelty to me. It was more out of curiosity. I had no intention of quitting smoking whatsoever. I wanted to give an e-cig a try, see what all the fuss was about.
18 months ago, I gave up smoking tobacco products for electronic cigarettes.
It turns out I liked it a lot. I stopped smoking almost immediately. Not intentionally, it was just a happy accident, a byproduct of using an electronic cigarette.
I discovered them Christmas 2009 because I didn't want to smoke around my kids and I didn't want to smoke around my mum.
And over a few weeks, I discovered, surprisingly, that I preferred vaping to smoking a real cigarette.
I never used tobacco flavors. I avoided those intentionally.
Recently moved to flavours because suddenly tobacco flavours just don't do it for me at all.
I'm currently using 36 milligram liquids, peppermint.
I don't worry about secondary smoke or anything like that, and it's something I enjoy.
It's all because of these wonderful devices, and and I'm really enjoying it.
I use some other nice flavors. White chocolate raspberry is an example. And I'm 43 years old. I deserve a treat every now and then, so why not?
And I'm also pleased to know that my sister's, she's also recently made the switch to electronic cigarettes.
But now the EU want to take this away.
The EU ban would scare me because I know that I would end up in cigarettes again.
They want to take away my right to choose to consume nicotine in a cleaner way.
But they're trying to restrict the strength down to a ridiculous level of 4 milligram. Bearing in mind there are vape on 36 milligram.
These are fantastic devices, and heavy-handed EU regulation is going to mean that it will turn hundreds of thousands of people back towards tobacco.
And it would be a real sad day if the EU made them into medical devices.
I personally don't see them e-cigs as a medicine.
They are not medical devices. They are a substitute for me for smoking.
I enjoy nicotine. Nicotine itself is not a harmful thing.
They need to know that I've found a way that I can continue to get the enjoyment I used to get from smoking with risk that is magnitudes lower.
It's the smoke when you burn a cigarette, when you burn tobacco. It's the smoke that kills.
I enjoy consuming caffeine in the form of a cup of tea. I drink a lot of tea throughout the day. Is that going to be suddenly turned into a regulated medicine? No, it's not.
So would I recommend these? Well, yes, because the science is showing that this is a clean way to enjoy nicotine, and nicotine doesn't kill.
We're not doing ourselves any harm. I'm living proof of that. If I hadn't got onto this and I'd have started smoking, I'd have been dead now.
I get all the pleasures of smoking without all the death.
And it's great. And the other day I blew up 40 balloons without passing out, which was just incredible, and did an hour's dancing with my children. These are cool things to be able to do, and stuff that I couldn't even have dreamt of doing even a year ago, and I'm only 34.
My doctor is quite happy with me vaping. He assures me that my blood pressure is normal without any medication whatsoever.
I'm currently on 18 milligrams per milliliter, which is stopping me from going back to cigarettes. So I am worried if they decide to reduce that to 4 milligrams, then I'll just end up going back to normal cigarettes.
If these weren't available, those millions of people would be smoking now. Smoking cigarettes and killing themselves.
If the EU does take them away, then I can guarantee you 100% that I'll be back down the shop buying cigarettes.
If the proposed European revisions are passed, I will no longer be able to use my e-cig and will most likely be forced to go back to smoking cigarettes.
Patches and gums don't do it. They just don't do it. These things do.
If I want to vape, if I want to use tasty flavors, in the process extend my life, that's my choice, and they don't get to tell me that I can't do it.
Nicotine is not the bad thing. It's all the other thousands of chemicals that are in cigarettes, and I wish the EU would stand up and listen to what we've got to say, make some sense, and actually do the right thing.
MEPs need to understand that the poor decisions they make today will have ramifications tomorrow in the rest of the world.
I've also got several other people in my local area to change to electronic cigarettes too, and they express similar benefits. Please don't ban them.
I ultimately hope common sense prevails here and that e-cigs are removed from the Tobacco Products Directive.
Please, for God's sake, don't let the EU do what they want to do with these things.
They should be left as consumer devices. All of the flavors should be left alone so that people can use what works for them. They need to be left to save lives.